until we are live. So.
It's trying.
Still trying. Are we live, Maya? Well,
Give me 1 second to get to the right part of this match because it went someplace else.
Okay.
Oh, we are live, 46. Okay, good luck, guys.
Okay, welcome everybody. I'm Greg Lawler with Michael Camille, and we're going to show the fourth set of this match.
Okay, and hello everybody. Mike Camel here, and as you heard from Greg, all right, and they've started. We're in the fourth segment out of 8. This is a 120 board match. And so we've just started the fourth segment here between Bramley and Shireson. It's a 6-imp margin, very close. I think most would have expected Bramley to take this match, but the Shireson team has not made it easy, and they've kept it close the whole way. They're doing well here. And so the first board, we're seeing 4 hearts played at both tables. I have to admit, honestly, I missed the beginning of this as we started. So let's see where we're at.
Well, they were both in a hurry and bid 4 hearts immediately.
Right. And it looks like this is not going to fetch, if I'm right.
The bad heartbreak. Yes.
The bad heartbreak did them in. Yeah. Right, so he's going to lose 2 clubs and a heart from here, and that'll be that, down 1. And it looks like it's the same at both tables. North is cashing their 2 clubs, and that's that. Yeah. So this would be
much slower in the last set. They're playing pretty quickly right now.
You sure? Yeah. Well, I think everybody knows this one's just about over. Okay. They've claimed their 9 tricks at that table. They've claimed their 9 tricks. They're going to claim their 9 tricks here, and there we are. So a quick push on the first board. The longer this match, it's just like sporting events. The longer this match stays close, obviously, the tougher it is on the big favorite, and the more confidence might be found in the underdog. Okay, so here we have a hand where, let's see, it looks like north south. Well, we're there with the club ace offside for, well, 4 spades might make anyway. Yeah. Well, it's a little complicated, but the heart ace being on and the diamond king on, the play might be interesting.
It probably just got a raise to. Oh no, she did go to 4 spades. Okay.
No, I think you have to go to 4 spades with that hand after your partner rebids 2. That would be the way I would view it.
Yeah.
You know, on a rebid of two clubs, one could argue whether it's just a three spade bid. For instance, a spade and no trump, two clubs. And at the other table, they probably are using a gadget here, Bart and Kit, which this shows some three-card balance limit raised or something like that. But I do think, even though Bart is a little light in terms of high cards, he may end up just bidding game because it just is like sort of random where your partner's cards are. Although Kit may just treat it as a game force, I'm not sure.
So the chance to make 4 here would be to have to set up a diamond for the heart pitch and then still rough a club and dummy.
That's right, right. Not not easy to do all of this. Yes, it's complicated. It can be done, I believe,
It looks
but
like
you have to time it just right. And if you play to set up diamonds by ace and another, that will not work.
well, there's not enough entries to do that.
Right, I think you're right. Yeah, so sure. So you really have to play all out, and you do get lucky if you're, you know, it's easy to get negative on these hands, but if you see that you really, your only hope is the ace of hearts on and the king of diamonds on, what are you going to do? So you have to play for those things. So you know you need a club rough in the dummy, and you need the diamond finesse so that you can get rid of your other heart, and you have to play for it.
So the same lead at the other table. Natural lead, of course.
Yeah, same thing, right. So it's really purely a technical hand. I mean, you just have to decide what you need and just do it.
The slight difference is that Bart chose to go up with the club.
Sure.
So now he's got better timing for the club rough, but it's probably okay either way.
Right. He's going to be forced to deduct this.
Right.
I mean, he could say, you know, he might think there are some hands where you'll make it if the spades are 2-2 and the king third of diamonds is off. That would be the winning play, to go up, rough a diamond, pull true trump, rough a diamond, and there you are. But that seems like way against the odds.
Right.
It also sort of feels like the heart could be on side, because why didn't they shift to hearts? It feels like they might have done that without the ace of hearts.
Well, they shifted to hearts in the
Right, in one room. I'm looking at the Bramley
Right.
Bramley playing it. So he sort of know. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, the ace of hearts has to be on side when they don't shift here on his table. But I understand what you're saying. The other one was different.
Max
was-
is sort of in the same decision time now at his place.
Right. But I think it's just way against the odds to play a diamond to the ace and rough 2 diamonds. You also need the trumps 2-2. So you just can't afford it. You just have to duck this time, right? And he did here. And I'm pretty sure Bart will also. It's too big a play to play the ace of diamonds and play for diamonds working. But it was a good play, actually, by Will Watson, psychologically, to shift to the diamond. He had an easy hard play. He's trying to put it to him right here. So let's give Will some credit. He's in the game. But I don't think it matters how long Bart thinks about it. He is going to play low on this diamond. I just don't believe he'll play the ace. He's a math guy. And that's poor math to play the ace. So sorry. Unless I'm missing something. I don't see it. And he did play low.
He ducked in there.
Yeah,
Okay.
he just had to. So he's going to come to the same 10 tricks for another push.
Well done on both sides.
Boy, I would not like to be Kevin playing against my mother. I guess I wouldn't like to be Kevin's mother playing against Kevin either. You know, that you sort of don't want to root against your family here. So it makes for a rough spot.
By the way, it was just sheer chance that the first round matchup has Rosenberg versus Rosenberg. Well, not sheer chance, but there's a certain
Right. There's a lot of Rosenbergs out there, right, Greg? So who knows? I mean, maybe the chances I'm not good at this, but we're told by Maya, who is running the show here, who's great at it. Maya has just said at least they're playing in different rooms. So that is good. Yes.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot
Right,
about
I forgot it also. Right, I'm thinking regular table, but the way this works is there are two people to a room. In effect, they're like screen mates.
Yeah.
So you don't see the other two people, for those who don't know the setup.
And the traditional screen mates are north and east are mates, and south and west are mates.
Oh, is that right? I didn't even know which were which, and I've played all these years. Okay, I see. North, you said north and
North and east.
north and east. I see.
They
Okay.
actually have a little diagonal on the picture there to help you on this.
Okay, now I know. Yes, okay, thank you. All right, so let's see. So now back to reality here. So let's see what's happening at the with Brian and Kevin and Debbie and Max, who went a club opener pretty light. In the old days, they might not have even opened that one, all these queens.
Yeah.
But nowadays it's normal. So when a club pass a diamond and a lightish overcall is north, but what is white against red anyway? So normal. And the double, I presume, was
Three
support. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, not everybody. I don't play, for instance, that you have to make a support double if your hand is terrible, and that one I would have chosen not to. But he went on, and it won't have much effect here. It's a question of how much South is going to bid. Who's listening to all this bidding, right? But I think he's going to keep it low because his partner's a passed hand originally.
So after the two diamond bid here, is the pass the weak bid or the two spades the weak bid?
Well, it's a good question, right? Because you think you're forced to this level, having partner having Q bid. So there's a case to be made for two spades as the weak bid, but it depends how you choose to play. I think that's what it amounts to. I do think South is forced to two spades no matter what happens. After that, I'm sure not forced. What he will bid, though, he has quite a good hand. One could envision making game here.
And he invites.
I think he would do, well, three spades might even be too high as it is. It's complicated. This is going to be a very difficult hand to play.
But the honors are on side. Not the spade honors, but
Oh, the hearts are on side. Right, I missed
hearts
that.
are on side. The diamonds are on side.
Yeah, so you're off a heart and a diamond, and the question is, how many spades do you lose?
Right.
Right, on top anyway. So it is complicated. Yeah. This hand could take a while to play.
Yes. So North gets to listen to East-West bidding, so North knows the diamonds are 5-3.
Correct, right. But doesn't know much else about honor locate. Well, after this trick, you know something. Yeah. It's a very complicated hand. And certainly you're expecting the spade ace to be off after a diamond lead to the ace at trick one. It's just a natural thing to expect it to be off. I'm sure we're going to get a trump return at trick two.
So I think North has made, I guess it's showing a weak two bid in spades on Kit on his side.
Right. I see. And so they're getting the four spades, which is going to be too high.
Yeah.
I believe the play in the closed room is going to go diamond, the ace, the spade to the jack and queen, possibly to the 9 and 10, and maybe spade, spade, spade. And now declarer
Right.
can make it because of the fortunate heart position. I think that he will play another spade. It's just normal to do.
Nothing else looks particularly good.
Right, and he doesn't know partner has the ace of spades. Partner could have the king of spades, for all he knows. He could, if he figures out that the name of the game here, that there's no other trick for the defense unless you get 3 trump tricks, he could stay away from playing the 10 of spades here. And that might do it. If he plays a sly club here, he could possibly, end up with 5 tricks on defense.
In the meantime, Kid, after opening the 2 diamond call, managed to make Bart actually have to play the hand.
Well, I think Bart did that to himself because the 4 club bid says transfer to your suit.
Oh, it does. Okay, with the 4
Yes.
club.
Yes. That's the way, as I recall, multi being played. Of course, I must admit, I never opened multi with the hand that Kit just opened it. And Brian did play back the trump, which is quite normal, but I think it'll make life easier for declarer. See, now you just have to play for this lucky break in hearts, and you get it. It's possible you could do something wrong here, but I think Debbie will make it.
I mean, there's another way to get tricks is if you guess clubs.
Yeah, that's interesting, right? You could play 10 of clubs covered and win, and play the 9 of clubs later and all of that. Yeah, it's possible. But it would be a hard play to duck the 10 of clubs.
Right, yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
Except that
yeah.
Debbie has seen 2 aces in West's hand.
Yes, that's true.
That's
True.
okay.
There's nothing left. Yeah, you're right. There's not much left. He's got 12 lousy points as it is. Yes. And I suspect they don't open that many 11 counts. I don't think they do. I think they're closer to normal than most. Closer to, they're not the light-ish type. So let's see. Bart is still struggling here in 4 spades, but he's getting along fine, but I do think he's going to run out of Schlitz eventually. I don't know. Let's see how many tricks he can make if he keeps roughing clubs in the dummy and coming back to his hand. I don't think so, though. Roughs a club, leads a diamond. No, they have to come to 4 tricks on the fence, no matter what, I think. Roughs a club, leads a diamond, this hand will rough in. That'll be 2 tricks for the defense. 3. That's not quite over. Let's see. Yeah, he's played it great. Great. Wow. Isn't this something? This is a great hand. That's
10 tricks at this point as long as he guesses what's happened.
You know what's going to happen here. So let's see. It gets club gets, what happened to the when they lost their diamond trick is what happened. I see. Will duck the diamond off the dummy. That's what happened. Because had he not done that, they couldn't go down. I mean, they couldn't make it. But he ducked. It's not the dummy. Sorry. He didn't know. That was one of the advantages to this transfer and played by South. He didn't know there was a singleton diamond. So now, let's see what's going to happen here. He plays a diamond, roughed, heart roughed, and then a trump. He's going to have to guess in the end who has the ace and who has the queen.
Yeah, there might be a guess here. Yeah.
He'll know everything. No, he had to
now
rough
he won't
that.
have to guess.
Now he won't have to guess. That's the end of that. Well, wait a second. Yeah, he's got 10 tricks. That's that.
Right.
So what looked like it might have been a pickup for the Shireson team has turned out it will be a loss.
Right.
So a great result for Bart and Kit there for the quick auction. made it tough on the defense. And that's one of the advantages to it. Not only a quick auction, but playing from the short side. Nobody knew anything.
So
And he guessed for the over trick even.
yeah. Over in the other room, looks like she can guess King Queen of Hearts on side with East.
Yes, after seeing the two aces,
Therefore,
right, and she'll make it.
And
It will
we'll
be
make
very
it.
sad. It would be sad to me to come back with plus 140 on this board and here lose 7 or 8 or something.
Yes.
7, I think. Yeah, that would be sad because that was a good result. Stopping at 3, making 3, but Kit and Bart did better, and Will didn't guess the defense. That was tough. And now they've moved on to board 49 in the open room, where Kit once again preempting, quite normal. 3 hearts double. An interesting problem for John McAllister over 3 hearts, but I think he made what was the most flexible bid. So this looks like 3 hearts double, 4 hearts, 5 clubs to me. And 5 clubs
is the pawn contract because the 4 hearts makes.
Right, 4 hearts actually, yeah, 4 hearts makes. So right now the question is, will Kit, some people play here that double means I want to bid on. So it is possible they could play 5 hearts if he decides to do that, or if South decides to bid 5 hearts.
Yeah, I mean, 4 hearts is such a wide range bid. It's
sure.
Really...
That's why some people play double means I want to save, but it's up to you in case you have defense. Mm-hmm. But instead, they just passed it all out. And so that's that. Now, barring, well, no, I mean, he might even leave the Jack of Diamonds on the go, right? Ace of Hearts, Queen of Hearts, and shift to a diamond, something like that. Or Ace of Hearts, shift to a diamond. So Bramley is ahead 13 after a few boards here in the 4th segment out of 8.
So I assume the 7 is just I don't like hearts. I don't want hearts.
Well, it's unclear. Maybe they play standard at trick 1. I don't know. But you would think it should be I don't like hearts. Right. He wants a diamond shift. He knows he wants a diamond. So, right. He would discourage. Yeah.
So at the other
it must be.
Debbie bid only 2 hearts with these cards, which I think is what most people would bid.
Sure.
Yes.
And now, Max has to decide. I mean, if they play normal week 2 bids, I think I might bid 4 hearts anyway. Sometimes your partner has the right fit. You get lucky. I think it's a 4 heart bid.
I think it's obviously a 4 heart bid.
I mean, you could want, there's something to be said for like showing your diamonds. If you could do something like that, just in case they bid 5 clubs. But we holding Jack 10 4th of spades. I don't know. I don't worry about the club suit as much. So, or I hope my partner's a good leader. Yeah. Anyway, so we had the normal thing here on the left. They played 5 clubs down 2.
I don't think either side can double on either North or South can double here. Unless
no, so it will probably be another push, probably if the defense doesn't go awry.
But the defense will go at most 50 points awry.
Right. By the way, had they bid to 5 hearts, the East would have had to lead the King of Spades. Oh no, yes, East would have had to lead the King of Spades. Right.
Or small spade.
That's true. Yeah, you're right. Okay, and so now they've moved on to board 50 at the other table, where John McAllister's open. He has a good balanced 11, open to diamond. And now the question is, does Bart, red against white? I do not believe he's going to bid to no trump, and he does not. He just overcalls a heart.
I would just bid to a heart, yeah. That's...
Right. So let's see, a diamond, a heart, presumably a spade or something showing spades. And now Kit has a bit of an interesting problem because he's got too many values. And I don't know what double shows here. If it shows some kind of clubs, well, that would be a good thing. Like a sort of snapdragon doubles some people play, but usually you like to have a couple of hearts to get involved in doing that. Or a fifth club or something like that. Right.
I was going to suggest one no is another possibility.
Right. He agreed with you. Yes.
It's kind of an ugly bid, but all bids are ugly on this hand.
Right. So now South will introduce clubs after all. Yeah.
Just I mean, North has to show some cards just in case it is North-South's hand.
Sure. It's a good point. He has to. And now he has an interesting question of how many clubs to bid, but his king of diamonds doesn't look so good, and the spades don't look so good, and his short hearts. I think he might just bid 3 clubs and be content with that. I don't think he's going to do more. There's too much bidding going on around him. I don't believe it. Yeah, he just bid 3 clubs.
I was going to agree. Yeah.
Yeah. And the defense did go correctly against 5 clubs in the closed room on board 49, and they're going to take 2 diamonds and 2 hearts, so that is another push. It's very tempting to bid once more, and he does with the West hand, Will Watson, being void in clubs. And I think 3 diamonds should be corrected to 3 spades, but we'll see. It would be, he did not correct, and that might not, oh, he did. Okay, sorry. I thought I saw the pass. It was one of those earlier passes. And now the question is, do North-South bid on again? I think Kit's going to quit. Yeah.
Kit already quit.
He already quit. Okay. No, he didn't quit yet.
Oh, no,
he quit over 3 diamonds, with that one he liked, though. Yeah. He really liked 3 diamonds. But in any case, here they are. And they're going to make a lot. Actually, the question was, should West have invited if he could? I don't know. He would have had to like double a note. He would have had to do something weird. It was not easy. But the cards are just so, I think he's going to lose 1 spade and 2 hearts, and that's it. And at the other table, Kevin, let's see, it went past with the balanced 11 by Brian Platnick. And so the auction was much slower. So it was a 2 spade bid. Now that the only question is, will North-South, it's interesting. How do you play? Oh, he doubled. Well, that's interesting. Some people play 2 no trump there. Shows not minors, but hearts in a minor. I don't know if you've heard this, Greg. You know, like 1 spade past 2 spades. Some people play 2 no as hearts in a minor. This is a similar situation where the South is a passed hand, and it went 2 spades on his left pass. So if they played its hearts in a minor, he could have been 2 no trump. If it's both minors, obviously you can't.
Well, he might have wanted to have left the penalty double possibility in.
Sure. Well, now he's got a different headache because he's going to have to correct to hearts, and North will end up in 4 clubs, I have a feeling.
He will. At least he's already a passed hand, so he hasn't shown some big.
Yes. The question is, in the end, when it goes 3 hearts, and so it's 2 spades, and I think West should double 3 hearts, his partner having double 3 diamonds. But then will they double 4 clubs? And East very well might. Yeah.
By the way, also on this hand, something you pointed out earlier that uh, Brian and Kevin are pretty solid players.
Yes.
Look at Brian passed that hand in first position.
Right. Exactly. So it's 4 clubs doubled will be, well, it starts off down 1 off the top, but as we saw from 4 spades on the other hand, on board 49 by Bart and Kidd, down off the top doesn't always mean you're down.
Okay, so 3 hearts has been doubled.
Right. And North will surely run to 4 clubs.
Right.
I say she will surely run. No, Debbie's going to bid 4 clubs, then I think Brian will double. The opponents are at the 4 level. Yeah, he's going to double. Now, how should he lead a trump? Maybe. That can't be a happy thing for West to have heard, but he does have ace king of spades, so he's got his.
No, I think a club lead is clear here. I mean,
Right,
North-South could have only, in fact, North-South could easily have only 8 clubs between them.
Right. Right. And he did. And my guess is this is going to be down a couple or a few. Declare will win and play a heart. And the question is how he should react. My guess is he's going to react very slowly. But other than that, I don't know what he'll play. But the 4-0 trump break is going to make this very, very difficult. Yes, this will be, so let's see what happens. So Declare wins, plays a heart. Now, let's say he ducks. If he ducks, you win the king, you ruff a heart. But you see, you're going to get tapped in the die. It's terrible. It's really bad.
Good news for North is she gets to win this trick with the 8.
That is the good news. But the good news is ending after that. I hate to say it. Yeah, I'm sure she's going to play hard. I'm sure Brian's going to think for a while, but I don't see, no matter what, it's not going to go well from here. It has to be down 2 by the time they're done. I don't think you can manage this. It's a little complicated, but the south hand won't stand up to where you can set up your heart in the end. I just don't see getting out for down 1. So this looks like a swing to Bramley. I think the other table was plus 170. So if you could get out for down 1, that would be something. But I think it's closer to down 3. I think it's best to duck this, but I'm not sure. I haven't figured it out. If he wins,
winning the ace gives Declare a lot of tricks.
Well, a lot of tricks doesn't count to that many, I think.
No, because Declare.
I think it's only 8. I think it's only 8 if he wins the ace. Let's say he wins the ace and he plays a trump. So you win in your hand. What can you do? Play a spade to the jack is probably your best shot. So they win. They play diamond, diamond, rough. You have to ruff a heart, but you're giving him a trump trick when you ruff a heart. I don't know. It feels like down 2.
You're right. It looks like maybe.
But I was right about it taking a long time for Brian to play on the 3 of hearts. Yeah. But I don't claim any great victories because that was pretty easy to see that was going to happen. And the other table is playing a partial. I admit to having missed the bidding and some of the play. They're playing a partial, 2 spades on board 51. We'll of course get to see it. We'll get to see that hand in the closed room in about 25 minutes when 4 clubs doubled ends. Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't just too exciting. A relatively light takeout double by West,
Hmm.
north-south from doing anything silly like bidding too much.
I see. I see.
Uh,
And so let's see, they've lost 2 tricks. He's going to lose 2 more diamonds and a heart. I don't know. Let's see. He's going to.
You're going to set up a club right now. So that's going to.
Yeah, that's a good thing. And that will trap the 10-7 of spades here. So this was a good play by Kidd. The spade to the dummy and the queen of clubs, and there's no defense anymore.
And because the takeout double sort of helped.
Right, helped him. Yeah. So the heart was ducked. And now the problem comes here when Debbie, this is the best she can do.
Yeah.
Spade to the jack and king, and then I think the 10 of diamonds, which East would do well to overtake to play another trump, no doubt, but I'm not positive of everything here. I think that would be best. I don't know, maybe Debbie can escape for down 1 in 4 clubs doubled.
Now, Kid managed to make 10 tricks in the spade contract.
10 tricks. Well, I guess they didn't rough in on the clubs or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, this might get to down 1. It might get to down 1. Let's see. 10 of diamonds. I think he should overtake just in case. Also, Debbie sort of has to guess the heart a little. Kevin made the good play, went a heart to the king and a heart from the dummy, and Kevin played the jack, leaving the possibility of jack 10 third. Okay, and now 52 in the open room while Brian ponders the defense against 4 clubs was a heart, a spade. Okay. This looks like a normal-ish kind of 4 spades, unless, well, north-south have the values. Well, normal-ish kind of 4 spades, except all their low cards are bad for offense.
I find it interesting that West actually made the splinter.
Yes, I wouldn't have done that personally. When north-south are bid, I wouldn't want to give away the position. I wouldn't do it.
And the chance that there really is more than 4 spades in the.
Yes, it's very, very low.
I mean, maybe it would help. Well, I don't know.
It's almost impossible that party's going to have some hand where you have a slam. I mean, on the auction, I know everybody bids like mad, but still.
Okay, so Brian did overtake.
And play a
to
trump.
watch 2 hands here. This is the two different, and
Yeah, it's not easy.
Did
Yes.
return the club.
Okay, so let's see. So Debbie, let's say, plays the queen of spades. Yeah, that would do it. That'll get out for down one if you guess the heart. Queen of spades, roughed, over roughed, rough a heart. Now there's only one trump in the east hand. You rough a diamond to the dummy and run the queen nine of hearts. But not the queen of spades. Is this better even?
No, if she roughs this and sets up the heart and then plays queen of spades.
Yeah, it's a state, right. As long as you rough the heart low and don't play the queen of hearts and try and do something like that, you're going to be fine.
Yeah.
And she did. She did very well to get out for down one. Very well. So holding the loss to just one in. Right, now the queen of spades. Yeah. Very well done. I don't know if the defense could have done better with the ace of hearts play. I doubt it, sort of, but maybe. So the match is 14 imps. Let's see. And over here, they're playing four spades, and that will be down one when all is said and done. There's just four top tricks for the defense. And here is the hand where Kit somehow managed to make 170. And now we'll see if Kevin also makes the light takeout double or not. He might. There's something to be said for it getting out, getting in and out right away, but it is risky red against white. You don't like it. You're not a fan. I'm not disagreeing with you.
No, actually, I think it's fine. If my minors were the other way, I probably wouldn't do it. Well,
no, right, definitely not. But even as it is, it's a bit risky, but it's also risky to stay out of the auction and then have to come in later. So it's
exactly.
There's risks everywhere. Yeah. So let's see, 2 diamonds might have even been, if 3 diamonds was semi-preemptive or something. Some people play that. The Q bids show good bids in the other suits, and jumps are preemptive or competitive preemptive.
But West isn't always guaranteed to have that much in diamonds.
Right. That's true. So anyway, I suspect North-South will land in 2 spades also only, but it's possible that East might even push on with 3 diamonds next. Possible.
Yeah.
Opposite, a double of clubs is not bad. Your partner's supposed to be short in clubs in theory, So there's something to be said for it.
It's also a case to be made just in case partner has the backwards hand of bidding 3 clubs of showing the clubs at this point.
You're right. Yeah, you could do that. You're right. I wouldn't be surprised to see him compete. He knows that the opponents are in an 8 or more card fit. He did. He competed just as you said in clubs. South has put his cards down and said content, but I don't think that's where it'll end. He bid 3 spades. He must have known the opponents were going back to diamonds. Good for him. Yeah.
Well, he may have just upgraded his clubs a bit with the 3 club call.
Yes, he right. He might have upgraded his cards. He's. I think I probably would have passed, and if he wanted to back in over 3 diamonds, it would seem like enough, you know. But not that it's that key. And now, with the Queen of Hearts dropping, 3 spades. 3 spades is touch and go. That's what it is.
Yes.
Queen of Hearts dropping might be good enough to make it always. Unless declared, takes a club finesse or something in desperation, which won't work.
But East has now showed the diamond honors. At least.
Right.
It makes it less likely to have the king of clubs.
Yeah, you're right. That's true. It's a good point.
So Kit and Bart are bidding in the other room, and I can never follow their bidding. So
Okay, let's see. He opened a strong club, and the other guy bid a diamond. Kit bid a diamond, which is, well, that one's negative. A heart, and now 2-no trump must have shown a 20 count or something. 3 clubs transferred to, no, it was 3 clubs is like Stamen.
probably Stamen.
Yeah. So they'll play 3-no trump, which is complicated with the diamonds not splitting. It is complicated.
But it may get
The
a
cards-
hard.
Yeah, he might get a heartly. So he's got 3 hearts and 3 diamonds, and then it's complicated, as I suggested. It's from there.
Well,
You might
just try to just play spades from the hand to set up 2 spades.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah. Well, so you don't know the diamond's working, so I'm not sure. I don't know. It's complicated, as I say. So that was interesting. The king of diamonds held against 3 spades in the closed room, and Brian shifted to
a low heart.
7 of hearts from queen and 1. That's fascinating. Well, declarer is going to think that the queen of hearts is on her right if it becomes relevant.
I mean, if Declare had the 8 of hearts, it would be even more interesting.
Yes. Well, she could try and pin. If Brian has led from the 7, 8 of hearts led the 7. Yeah. That's the only thing that makes it tough for the defense to have fooled Declarer. That would be some play. And by the way, Greg, you called it exactly. King of spades out of his hand at trick 2.
It's kind of safe to do that right initially because he doesn't have, there's not going to be 4 losers immediately.
Right.
Just putting off the inevitable.
Actually, the interesting thing is now Declarer, oh no, the defense did duck the king of spades, which was wise.
Right.
So Declarer does not have any, smooth entry over there later or anything. So Declarer has 3 hearts, 2 spades, and 3 diamonds with the finesse. But it's more complicated than that.
But there could be a throw in.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, in fact, he might be forced to, depending on the way things go here.
Right, because it could be set up the spade, finesse the diamond, and then throw West in with the
right. So this kidding around 1 heart by John McAllister might have cost.
Nice play.
Well, let's see what happens now, though, because so now Will win it and play a diamond, presumably.
That might be hard to find, but that's certainly the best play at this point.
Right. Huh. In fact, I think if he plays a diamond, you can't make it, right?
I don't.
Right. I don't see how you make it. You can't. There's no more throw-ins. There's no more anythings.
Yes.
Right. Meanwhile, back in three spades, East-West have taken many. What is going on here?
You've already taken 5 tricks.
What happened? What did we
What
miss?
happened
Oh,
here?
I see. It went a club to the queen and a heart back duck to the queen, no doubt.
Okay, yeah.
That's what happened. So it was a very, very fine defense by East-West and a misguess. As you said, maybe Debbie shouldn't have misguessed because of the king of diamonds. There would be too few high cards in the West hand for a vulnerable takeout double of one club.
Although once West bids 3 diamonds, East might not have to have the queen of diamonds for the king of diamonds play, now they think about it.
Well, but still, that would be some lead. I mean, the king of diamonds from king empty, I don't believe it.
No, but
No.
you know it's a fit, and you may want to lead through dummy.
I think you're giving too. If I were declaring, I would pay off to that.
Okay.
To be fair, I just too much. I would say nice lead to my opponent.
Yeah.
I don't believe he's leading the king from king. There's no jack around even, from the king empty. I don't believe. So, but it was a fine shift by Brian, which caused the declarer to misguess where the cards were. That's what happened.
Yeah.
So, but Debbie had sort of played for Kevin to only have a 10 count. If for the club to be in Brian's hand, as you say, unless he led from king empty fifths, he led the king, but I don't think so. So meanwhile, in 3-no trump, a diamond was played by Will, and it was a fine play, and I do not see how declarer can make the hand from here. Cannot. I think it was always the case that if East shifted to a club, declarer couldn't quite handle it. So the defense basically cut declarer off from his own hand. I think as long as West keeps his eye on the ball from here, because declarer could make it a little difficult, but I don't. He could win the 9 of diamonds in the dummy at this trick, let it win, cash the 10 of spades, throwing a heart, and play a diamond to his. And on that trick, Will have to let go a diamond, which he would, and that would be that. So, yeah, he can't make it. And at this table, in 4 spades, which they arrived at more quickly, they ended up. What happened to the other table? 4 spades undoubled. This table is 4 spades doubled. So they're going to win a few imps back. The Shireson team.
Yeah.
Barring something bad happening at trick 2. As long as the king of diamonds is not played at trick 2.
Right.
Well, we now know north-south play upside down.
So is there any chance Max will play that 9 of diamonds to be a singleton?
Well, I mean, if he does, he could play a low diamond if he played it to be a singleton. That way it would save him from.
That would actually, yeah.
Yeah. But he didn't do that either. He took the easy way out, and it'll be fine.
And it is down 1 in the no trump, as we said.
Yes. So the Bramley has picked up a few imps in this segment to, stretch out the lead, but Tryerson's still hanging in there, winning a few here or there to keep it close.
Including 3 imps on the.
Right, on this coming board, 4 spades doubled. Yes, right. And they moved on to board 54 in the open room, where John McAllister's passed. Bart has passed. So I think they play. Do they play Flannery also? I don't remember. They might, but this might be stretching it too much to open Flannery with this. It is a 10 count. And now the question is, will Kit preempt or just go normal? I think he might preempt. He's white against red. It's his nature. I'm guessing 3 diamonds is coming out, but I could be. He does have a pass hand on his left, which he did.
So I got Barton Kit's 2-heart opener is like a precision 2 diamonds opener.
Right, and I think their 2 diamond opener might be Flannery.
No, their 2 diamond opener is a weak multi.
Oh, right. We saw that already. Yeah. Yes. Okay, so they don't play any Flanneries or any of that. Okay. Well, the 3 diamond leap stole the pot, but that may not have been it's not that big a deal because I suppose the opponents could make a few clubs, but I don't think this is going to come home. Because West has an easy shift to the king of spades. No, it's not coming home. So what would you lead on this auction from Kevin Rosenberg's hand in the closed room against Sereno Trump? I think I would lead a diamond.
That's my first instinct.
Yeah, and probably arriving at something similar to what happened in the other room, just much earlier. I don't know. It's he may do the same thing. Declarer just lead spades out of his hand. Here he knows that the diamonds are not coming in.
Probably not. Yeah, Declare does not have the jack of hearts trick him.
Right, that's another thing. Right. It's very, very hard hand to play. It's not obvious what to do. But it does seem like, what are you going to do but lead spades out of your hand after you know the diamonds are 4-1?
But actually, even with the diamonds 4-1, that also says that there might not be an entry to that 4th spade if they continue diamonds.
Right. Hang on 1 second. I'll be back 1 second.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
So they've set up to get a heart rough now.
I see. Yeah. Well, let's see. Well, while the battery is running out on my computer, I'll try to save the.
Oh, I see now. Now the question is whether the diamond will be guessed right. No, so it's down 2 there. So West does not have a fun lead. Kevin does not have a fun lead at this point. Uh, Diamond looks bad, club looks bad, heart looks bad, which makes spade doesn't look very good either.
Sorry about that. I'm back here. Let's see.
Well,
Okay,
has
so
left the king of diamonds on dummy, and by doing so has given Kevin Rosenberg a very hard lead at this point.
I see. I see. Very interesting. Yeah, he's going to have to give something.
Well, it turns out he doesn't give something if he leads his spade, but the ace and king of spades could be split.
Right, I
He could be
see.
giving something.
Sure. So let's see what's going on board 55 here in the other room. It went one diamond by South Pass, pass double pass, and two spades only by, that's interesting, by Will. Was that enough?
It was a balancing double, so it depends on their.
Yeah, he still had quite a good hand, right? It was interesting, and I think I think four spades might make on this one. So they might have missed an opportunity to get the game here.
Uh,
Even with the club rough that's coming, it doesn't really hurt declare. The question is, do you have enough tricks anyway? You pull two rounds of trump, you might not have enough tricks anyway. I don't think you
hearts are
do.
coming in very nicely.
One spade, sorry, it's a club, they win the spade, give a club rough, pull two. I don't think I see, oh, the hearts come in.
Yeah,
I see.
well, that's a lucky heart holding.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like Kevin will be thinking a long time on his lead in that hand.
This happens, yeah. Well, he knows, he should know most of Declare's high cards, assuming his partner has the king or ace of spades, right? They've opened two no trump as south. This is very likely where what all the high cards are. Very likely. The only question is, would Declare have led the jack of spades from ace jack third?
At this point in the other room, 55, the cleric can no longer get the hearts. I don't think there are.
Right, and I think because of that, he's going to end up losing a diamond at the end. Right, there is a way. If you're in four spades, you might very well make it.
Right.
But it would be, yeah, it's a lucky break that the hearts are so good, and the person roughing the club is roughing with the three trumps and all of that. So. Well, it was a good ending by Will Watson. He ended with three queens, so that was good. Yeah. Okay, 9 tricks. And Kevin did exit with the queen of hearts. Basically, we're arriving at a very similar position to the other one. Just different timing of the plays. Yeah. Now the king of spades, which I guess Brian will duck or something. Maybe he doesn't even have to.
It's a little bit different because the king of diamonds has not been cashed.
That's true.
That trick isn't in yet, but there's also, but the Queen of Diamonds also hasn't been set up for a trick.
Right. The King of Spades was docked. And now Brian will win. And the question is, should he play a heart or club? Guessing he should play a club anyway, but it's not clear. His partner did play the Queen of Hearts. He'd play the club. Well, I think that no matter what, I think Max in 3-0 Trump is going to play the King of Clubs, and Kevin is going to duck it, I guess. Feels like he should duck it.
Yeah, because his partner has a 7, he doesn't have to.
Right.
But
Right.
that's probably the right trick play
Yeah. Yeah.
because
Right. And now the best he's going to cash his Jack of Hearts, and the game is over.
in the meantime, they're betting a lot in the other table.
Yeah, let's see. You're on board 56. So let's see. It went club, south double, normal, 1 spade, okay. 2 hearts by north, pass, 4 hearts. I see. And he was forced into his 5 club bid.
Right.
And 4 hearts probably would have done just fine.
Yeah.
Diamond lead, win, yeah, play a heart. He can only get 1 diamond.
Yeah.
And 5 clubs, though, may be down 3 is the problem. I do believe it's going to be down 3. So a small loss for bidding 5 clubs. Against par, anyway. We'll see what happens, but against par, it's a small loss. And they do slowly get around to 3-0 down 1 on board 53 in the close. Okay. So the score in this set, by the way, so far is, it's not so easy to get around and see these things. So I got it up on another screen. Score so far is 16-3 in favor of Bramley. And they have a 19 imp lead overall. Okay.
That's our host taking control.
Yes, I see. Thank you. Thank you, Maya. Got it. Let's see what's going. Hold on. I'll have a quick look around. Let's just see. Goo has a nice lead. Am I seeing it right? Goo has a nice lead on Goodman. They've really taken it to them in the second and third set, and they're even winning a few in this set. So they're up by 40 some odd. And let's see. So many of the matches are getting out of hand. Some of them are getting out of hand. And what about the last one, Juster versus Simpson? And Simpson is hanging in there. That's a tough match. 2 evenly matched tough teams. And so the score is 21, and it's been pretty tight the whole way. So that's very good. Very good. Thank you, Maya. Okay. All right. And so now here we are back to the hand where Kit preempted 3 diamonds. Debbie did not do so. So now the only question is, will East West land in 3 clubs, which it certainly looks like they might. And that will lose 1 diamond, 1 spade, 1 heart, 1 club, something like that. Yeah, as long as Declarer takes a club finesse, they'll be fine. That is assuming he buys the contract right here, which I think he might. Yes, as long as Declarer doesn't try to be safe, so to speak, win the ace of diamonds and play a club to the ace. Now, by the way, that might be the right play or something, but I think it's the losing play on this hand. So 5 clubs double went down 3 as expected. Yeah. Which will be a gain to the Bramley team, but the question is, will it be only a small gain or not, assuming Debbie and Max get to 4 hearts on board 56. But here West has to be careful to win the ace of diamonds and play a club to the queen. Is that enough to make it? Yeah, that would do it. That's that. But if they play a club to the ace, as I say, this safety play will be an unsafety play. And on 57 in the open room, they've opened one of their mini no trumps. I forget how much it shows. Is it 10 to 12 or something? I think so.
Yeah.
Right. And Will has bounced with a double, and now poor East has a terrible problem. But he may be just forced to pass and take his medicine. Yeah.
But if South can show majors, South might do that. Mini
Yeah,
is,
would you or not? You know, your partner is no, he just,
Yeah.
it's hard to defend 1 no trump double, then he has 2 aces.
right. Actually, I looked at it again and I agree.
Right. Now, I think things are going to go pretty well for Declarer here. Certainly, he's going to be happy when he wins the first or second diamond, sees that they're onside. Well, he doesn't know yet. But here, I'm guessing he'll play a spade to the ace and a spade, and he'll be happy with the Jack 10 of spades coming up. It feels like the normal play, no? I don't think I'm being unfair. I mean, it's possible to do something else, but it just seems normal enough to me. And Kevin did make his 3 clubs.
Yeah.
For a push on board 54. And he did play a spade to the ace, and he did play another spade. Okay. I think he might have been better off ducking that spade, but it's hard to see that. Now Declare might be able to, if the defense doesn't shift to clubs fast, it's not going to go well. He would be best to shift to clubs here. He would do best, but that's very hard to see. Although he may now see, yeah, this is not good. They might even play some kind of Smith Echo where he told him he liked diamonds. And Will, who didn't know how many clubs declare has, they could have Jack third of clubs, couldn't really play the king of clubs himself without a bit of risk. And now there's 2 diamonds left. I think he can afford to cross to a spade and lead a heart and see what happens without much risk. And he's going to be very happy. He already has his 7 tricks. He's going to be very happy. He's going to make a lot of tricks if he does this. If he plays for the king, queen of hearts on, he's going to do very well. This is where what might have been helpful if East had ducked the spade, because the entries are too easy to the dummy. He'll play the jack of hearts and he'll be very happy.
Wow.
I mean, I suppose he could play low, but he did very well done by Kit. I think this will make 3 or so. I don't believe they could beat it, but I do believe they could have held it.
Yeah, they definitely could have held it.
Yeah. So making 3 is 380. These terrible 10 to 12 no trumps are very hard to play against. Very hard to defend against. So a fine result for the Bramley team on 57 in the open room. Okay, and what do we have here? We've arrived at diamond by south, a heart, a no trump, south. Okay, so north just puppeted to 2 diamonds. Right, that was forced. And here we are, 2 diamonds, pass, double with the majors. Right. And now it's back to Kevin. You could probably guess that partner has this distribution. It sounds like it. Yeah. In fact, you could almost bet on partner having this distribution. I mean, they could have 4 clubs and 3 spades, but that's a little riskier for them to do such a thing. So the opponents didn't arrive in hearts, so you know your partner likely has 5 of them. What's he doing balancing here? He's got a singleton diamond, so he's probably 4, 5, 1, 3. And knowing that, where do you want to play? That's the question. He bid 3 spades. You see that? He has such a good hand that even his partner was not involved to this point and just balanced. He knew his hand was really good. He's a very good bidder, Kevin. And now poor Brian has to figure out, wasn't this the hand I showed? Am I really supposed to bid 4? What is partner doing to me? I wouldn't even know how to evaluate it. Would you, Greg?
No.
I mean, it's such a strange auction. What does partner have that they're doing this?
Well, it probably has.
Yeah, four little diamonds at this hand, right? So we should know every card. But all of us should know every card. But these are
well, that West probably has 4 diamonds because West was kept out of the bidding.
Sure. Doesn't have 5 spades because he didn't overcall.
Right.
So Brian took the easy way out and passed. Yes. And I don't blame him. Yeah.
Could possibly have been 2, 3 in hearts and clubs.
He could, but yeah, he could. I guess he could. Yeah. Then he might not have jumped. You know, he might have just stayed where he was. Now, this is interesting at the other table. The West opened a diamond, North overcalled a spade. It went past 2 diamonds, which might have been what was 2 diamonds? Was it hearts? It might be hearts.
Might be showing hearts because I can't think of any other plausible one.
Right. It probably was showing hearts. Yeah. So they're playing 2 spades with a completely useless dummy in 1 second. It's it's going to be a useless dummy. If the defense figures that out.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you be surprised to hold the north hand and find out you're going down 2 in 2 spades? How do you like that?
Right.
Is it that? Yeah, down 2 on best defense. Might even be down 2 on worst defense. Okay, and Kevin is in 3 spades, and he's surely going to make it. The only question is, will he make more? It's not very exciting. The question is, will Max return the club and hold him at some point and hold him to 3? And that's all there is to this hand. And he did. I wonder if you could do anything here. You play a spade and a club. No, there's nothing. Spade and spade. No, it's all the same. It's the same as the other table. And good simple defense by Will Watson at the other table against 2 spades by North, and we'll beat it 2. He after they took the diamond rough, the defense shifted to a trump to the ace of clubs, 9 of clubs, making it very easy for all the kibitzers, very easy for the play. There's going to be a quick claim, and that's that. So they're closing in on the end of this 4th session, and Bramley is still up 19, but rather surprisingly close through halfway. They're about halfway done in the match. If Shireson can manage to stay where they are or pick up a few imps from here to the end of the quarter, it's really, it's a pretty good job coming into the second half tomorrow. You never know. As you have fewer and fewer boards, you never know. Things can go one way. Even if one team is theoretically better than the other, the players are good enough where they can compete. Now let's see if North South can get to their 4 hearts here.
Do they want to get to 4 hearts?
Well, you do with your teammates in 5 clubs doubled down 3 in the other room. You do want to get to 4 hearts, whether you make it or not.
I'm sorry. I was looking at the other hand.
Oh, okay. Right. No, not right. I don't know about this one. No, they probably don't want to get to 4 hearts. Right. In the open room. No. Right.
Yes, no. They are definitely.
Maybe, there's something to be said for the West hand over a club double bidding 4 clubs. I know there's something to be said for it. Maybe at another vulnerability would be the right move. It might be the right move here. It'll make it very tough on North South. But he didn't go that route. And of course, I'm being a little double dummy about it because your partner could have spades and all of that. But when they double a club, they probably have spades. Your spades are lousy. There's something to be said for just making a straight preempt. You could miss your own game by doing that. You could miss the Reno trump or something, but there is something to be said for. Well, I guess the double by North, some people play that shows spades and some people play it's takeout. And here takeout.
I personally would prefer to show spades. Like in a
Right,
hand
I
like this,
understand. I'm
no,
sort of that way also, but I know that it's used quite often by people in the other way. Yeah.
like how are North South going to find their 4-4 spade fit? You don't get
Yeah,
it.
that's true. If you're right. But here now, that's interesting. Oh, this is support redouble here.
Yeah,
And will Max bid two hearts? Is he on the same page? Does he understand? And see, I think they're going to have a tough time getting to four hearts. See, at the other table, the North hand just simply bid two hearts, and South simply bid four hearts. And the simplicity was exactly right. Here
passing
we
seems a little timid here.
Yes, he has a good hand, and his partner showed some interest. I'm with you. It was a little timid, not to bid two hearts. Yeah, sometimes all the fancy stuff though makes it harder for maybe North should just bid two hearts. Well, she did come to life again. She's bid twice here.
That surprises me.
Well, she's doing well to have done that, but I don't see how that's getting them to four hearts. Unless South understands that North showed four hearts, which maybe she did by her double of one spade. If
Actually,
that's
I think four hearts is almost clear from South hand.
right, I mean, if assuming North showed four hearts, South should bid four hearts.
Because North
Boy, I said four hearts
so
so many times in one sentence. I can't believe it. South should bid game if North showed four hearts and now bid three diamonds freely. I mean, that seems fairly obvious, but I'm not sure South is on the same page.
But I mean, if North had just had diamonds, she would have been diamonds.
No, certainly you're right, but South is not as good a player as North is. So South may be it is, and he did. So he did spot on. And credit Debbie for being aggressive. She did very well. And all of this, by the way, to save two imps. So it was well done.
And it also had the advantage that it probably made East West less confident that they had the North South actually makes the hand.
Yes, well, so they didn't save, but to their credit, saving was not the winning thing at this
Right.
vulnerability. Yeah. Well, I think I would suspect Declare will win and try to play 2 or 3 rounds of trumps all at once, but won't get away with it. But he will survive that.
Might play. Oh no.
I don't think he's going to try for this spectacular spade plays. It doesn't help anything.
And yeah. Well, if he could convince East to duck with Ace Doubleton of Hearts once.
Yes, you could play a spade to the dummy to play a heart. Yes, but yes, presumably East is more likely to have the ace of hearts. So
But you also might want to keep that Ace of Spades there as an entry to finesse the diamond later on.
it's a good point. Without worries. Yes. And in the meantime, in the other room, they did stop at a nice safe partial. Two hearts.
Yeah.
And I don't there is some possibility of making more, but I don't think so. No, it doesn't look like it. No. So this will be, I believe, by the time things are all is said and done, this will be a couple of imps to Bramley making the lead 21 or so after board 56 in the closed room.
So now South is hoping that East-West misdefended.
Yeah, by cashing the ace of clubs, but
Yeah.
that's yes.
But it wasn't.
But Brian is a very fine card player, and
Yes, no.
he would no, sure, it could have been. No, I'm not. I've seen everybody misdefend everything, no matter how good they are, myself included. It doesn't matter. But if he thinks about it, and he did,
Yeah.
if his partner had 3 hearts, you would not have seen this defense. So as predicted, 2 imps to Bramley, up 21 now, with 4 boards to go here and 1.5 boards to go there. So, but this was a good result for Bramley, which I would be surprised if North-South can do better than that here. Diamond pass a heart. Will West overcall no trump? I think surely yes.
Yes.
Yeah. And North will bid 2 hearts, and that may very well end the auction. And 2 hearts, if they make it, 1 club, 1 diamond, 2 hearts, they surely will make it. I say that with fair confidence, but not great confidence. But yeah, I think Max will make this and lose only 7 imps or so. Yeah. I think Kit and Bart have had a pretty good session, if I've gotten my stuff right here. I think so. Let's see. Let's have a look. 3 open room. Yes, very solid session. It's been a tight, tough match. It's actually been pretty good bridge, really.
So over here in Max looking at Declare, the Jack of
Mhm.
Spades sort of puts the King of Spades into East hand,
Yes,
but that just about puts all the other high cards into West hand.
yes, good point.
So the heart honor should be on side.
Yes. I think just as a technical thing, you might want to play a diamond out of your hand, a trick too, so you can return and all of that, but I'm not sure what will be played. He would do best to win this spade. Ducking the spade is not good. Now you have to guess this or that or something. I'm sure he's going to win it. I shouldn't say I'm sure. I'm pretty sure he's going to.
A case if the spade were from Jack Doubleton,
Yes, yes, and it would be best to duck it, but it's a big
Yes.
play.
Yes.
No, I mean, it could be right, but yeah. Yes, it might have actually been better for Kevin to split because the entry situation to the south hand was not great. But I don't think it would have mattered in the end. So we're going to lose as declared, one heart, one spade, one diamond, making 3. So saving him, lose 6 only.
Well,
It matters, yes.
in theory, could miscast spades.
I don't think he's going
I
to.
don't think
No,
he
I
will,
don't
but
think.
the 10 and 8 could be switched.
They could be. You're right. You're right. I just don't think he's going to end up doing it. I'd be surprised if he plays a spade to the 9, but you could be right. Worse than that would be if the fellow held a stiff spade. Some people have been known to overcall a no trump, but when a diamond pass a heart, could overcall a no trump with a stiff jack of spades, but that's another story.
I think what South is worrying more about is whether West had started with 4 hearts.
Yeah, sure. Right. That's right. Good point. That's why he didn't cash the ace of hearts. He probably, when he sees this big king of hearts come out, he's not happy. Yeah. Boom. Here comes the king. I was very fast too,
Yeah.
But it turns out the hearts are 3-2, so not much trouble. Okay, get after spades here. I don't have all night. Yeah. Yeah. All right, and let's see what's going on here. They're playing 3 no trump on the final board in the other room. Once again, I admit I didn't see all the beginnings of this. It does look like, see, North, so they have 5 diamonds, 1 club, 1 heart, 1 spade. Is this their second trick or not? Well, I'll catch up with it in a moment. That's 2 to east west, so they're going to make 3 no
They
trump.
have 7.
Yeah, and they're right.
So it's just an over trick game over there.
Yes, right. And he did not play a spade from the dummy, interestingly. Okay. Now he played a diamond. Well, it almost seems like the king is correct. And he did. He made a nice play. Even though the queen breaks to be onside, the king is correct because it doesn't help him, or he doesn't need that trick, the jack of diamonds trick. It's a mirage. I really would play spades, Max. I mean it. I know you don't want to, but I would do it.
Okay. I couldn't figure at all what you were talking about there because I was looking at the other hand.
No, sure.
This idea of the other, we keep having 2 hands to look at.
Right, it's a lot. I know. Yeah, right. You're right. We could have concentrated on one table, but this is sort of more interesting. I tell you, Max refuses to play spades. And I don't like it. No, he should have played spades. Now it's getting all complicated. So let's say Kevin returns a diamond. He cashes the heart, returns a diamond roughed, and here you are in your hand. You can't rough a club with a dummy. So this was not the right way to do this. Now he actually has to guess the spades out of his hand after Kevin plays ace of diamonds. He was too intent on roughing his diamonds and roughing his clubs. He should not have worried about that. If he was watching the spade spots, all he had to do was set up his, the 8 of spades from Brian. Little did he know that was the key card. He's giving help to his partner. Unfortunately, he's giving aid and comfort to the enemy. In this position, if he still had the 8 and the spade, and Kevin played the ace of diamonds, Max would actually have been in a spot where he'd have to guess the spades out of his hand to make it. You see what I'm saying, Greg? He would have
Yeah,
he would have been down to 9, 7, 6 of spades and the 6 of clubs.
I think he might have been able to rough to dummy and lead it from
Well,
dummy.
then he's out of
Then
trump in both hands. He
I
would be
think,
out of trump.
but I,
No, Kevin would have
yeah,
claimed.
yeah, maybe, okay.
Yeah, it was very poor, but unfortunately for Kevin and Brian, Brian didn't get the point of the hand. And maybe I'm being unfair to him because I didn't really think about everything. But certainly Declare wasn't supposed to have this hand for the line of play. It was, look at all these nice little spades that turned into winners. And so Max did make it in the end, and he did make 3, but he'll lose imps for it. He loses 6, and now they're down 27. And this is the kind of, well, we're getting toward the end of the set, but this is where the underdog has to really be careful not to let it slip away. They're hanging in there all day. So what they're going to need is to get through this part and come out, solid tomorrow. But it's going to be very tough for them. It's 2 good pairs they're playing against. And here, let's see if the defense does as well. I think they will, should North end in 2 spades. But let's see, a diamond, a spade. I would not make a negative double with that, with the East hand. You're forcing to the 2 level, vulnerable with a misfit for your partner. I don't like it.
I will say at least it's aggressive.
It's
I-
aggressive. I think it's wrong. I really do. And North may just say, well, that sounds okay, 1-no trump. They may say that. I don't know if they will. And they did. How about that? Now, will South get involved? It's very strange because his left-hand opponent has opened a diamond, his right-hand opponent has shown hearts. So there is a good case to be made for running for the hills. It was a very nice pass by Debbie, by the way, just to take her position here. Very nice pass. It could win because I believe they will beat 1-no trump if they're at all careful. Well, if South bids, if he bids 2 diamonds, it's possible they might come home with 2 diamonds. I don't know, though. It's complicated.
It's also possible North would convert it to 2 spades.
Yeah. Although if my partner bid 2 diamonds, I had queen and 1. But you're right. I mean, you do have. He passed it out, so it was very well done by North South at this table. Very well done. They stayed out of trouble, and I think East shouldn't have gotten involved, but it was unfortunate the way it worked out for him. But I don't think he really had a proper negative double forcing partner to the 2 level. It's a little different when it goes a diamond, a heart, and you make a negative double with a 5 count with 4 spades and whatever, because you could play 1 spade. Here you're up a level. So you really should have a little more, especially with a misfit. So the defense has 5 spades and 1 heart on top. And even if Declare guesses clubs, which I don't see why he should, by the way, why should he guess clubs? North is known to have a lot of spades, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's very tricky. Maybe he'll figure it out. If anyone will, it's Kevin. He didn't.
You do not know.
Well, this could get ugly. Will he duck the 9 of clubs? No. Okay, that was good. North is just licking her chops. She's very happy with the way things are going here. The 9 of clubs to the ace, to the king, and the jack dropping. Do you think she's laughing at her son? No, she's not in the same room. No. So there's that. Now, if the 2 of diamonds means he likes diamonds, Debbie is going to have an easy defense here in the end. I mean, it's easy.
Well, she doesn't have all that many options.
Right, you're right. I mean, even if she cashed the ace of hearts, as long as South holds the right cards, I think it's okay.
Yeah.
So so here it is, a very simple part score hand, a simple part score hand. And let's say that they beat this 2. That's going to be 9 imps for letting them play 1 no trump and in one room and 2 spades in the other. So it was really a very nice swing out of nothing. Now, I don't know if a negative double was made in the other room on this board. Let's see. I can go.
No, it wasn't, because
It wasn't.
uh
Oh, that's the one Bart
bid
bid 2 diamonds. Right. Yeah, you don't have to go back, Maya. It's okay. We remember. It's all right. Thanks. It's fine. That's right. He bid it. He passed. Yes.
And then Bart bid 2 diamonds, which we assume showed hearts.
That's right. Exactly. And went past 2 spades, all passed. Yeah. So you see, that was costly in a strange way. It's not that his partner overbid to this or that. It's just that they would have been better off not playing the hand because of the misfit. So, I mean, maybe one could argue Kevin should rebid 2 clubs, but I don't think so. I don't see why. All right, so that was a nice and necessary pickup for Shireson by the time they're done here. I think it's only a question, I don't think they can even mess this up. They're entitled to 2 more hearts or something.
Now that there are no more diamonds left in east-west.
Right. It's all over.
There's
Yeah.
no other tricks.
So that's going to be 9 imps. So the score will be 112 to 94, getting it back to 18 imps. As I say, they are hanging in there. You know, the Florida Panthers beat the Boston Bruins, who won 65 games or something this year. So, right. And this is not even such a difference in the quality of the teams like that was in theory. I don't know if you're a hockey fan.
No.
No. Well, this year the Boston Bruins won more games than any other team has won in a regular season in the history of the NHL. And then they lost in the first round to the Florida Panthers. So things happen. But, you know, if you just play, you see it here, like Debbie made a very good decision and Max made a good decision, and just doing these little things right, you can pick up lots of imps. And you can pick up lots of imps against good players.
But you need luck too. I mean, with Debbie's hand, I mean, the pass was nice, but there's another day passing might have been the wrong call.
It might have been, right? But, you know, it's easier to take 7 tricks on defense than 8 tricks on offense. Somebody once said, you know, so. Okay, so here we come down to the last couple of boards. Here, Bart and Kit did well and stopped in 2 hearts, which will be trouble if Debbie responds.
Right.
Which she might. There are a lot of players out there, and I think Debbie might be one of them who like to respond light, even though, you know, just to keep the bidding open no matter what, or if you have a king. Here she has 3 hearts, so I'm not surprised at her doing this. And now the south hand, 2 diamonds. I missed the 2 diamond. So now the south hand has really a headache, to be fair. He could double and then perhaps bid 3 clubs. Now, I guess double is okay, assuming they play double as takeout.
Right,
He
which is,
could double with partner having responded to no trump. You don't have to worry that much. And he did. It was a nice bid. Well, this is easy. You know, Debbie should bid bid 2 hearts and close up the tray. That's all.
right. I mean,
Just
she-
inform
she's
everybody that's my last bid of this auction.
Yeah,
Now, will Max bid again? The truth is, you probably don't have a game.
right. The typical hand would be 7 or 8 count with a 2-card heart support with.
Right.
And then.
Right. I mean, you could have a game. It could. So maybe but he's got an awkward bid. If he's going to bid, I guess he would try 3 clubs or something. Will 3 hearts survive? I'm not sure with this.
Good bid by Max. I think
Yes.
Passing was correct.
Very nice bidding. Very well done by Max. Yes. And
And here, like at the other table, there's a quick Trump promotion.
yes, right. So you're only going to make 2. And so that was very well done, both tables, to stay low. Yes, I think we're going to see the same Trump promotion here. In fact, I'm not even sure what you're supposed to rough with the on the king of diamonds. I guess the 9.
I don't
I
know. Bart played the jack, I think.
Yeah, I'm not sure why. Maybe the jack wins. No, I don't see why.
Yeah.
I don't know. But Bart's a lot smarter than I am, so it's possible he figured something out. Well, I suppose the defense could give declarer some kind of little headache by playing a spade over and a diamond. No, I don't think so. No,
Well, we give declare
do
a
anything.
headache, but
no, the 8
That's-
of hearts and the dumb. Right, right,
because the
Yeah.
declare won't be happy for a few minutes.
right, right.
But with Queen Doubleton on side now, it's hard to find a way to misguess. And
Right. Well, I suppose this is a hard spot for Kevin. He played a spade. I didn't watch the way that East played his diamonds. If it went queen of diamonds lead, which held in a diamond, did he win his ace and play his king? If he did, it was indicative of having a spade card, no doubt, which is why the spade shift. And now declarer needs a couple of things to happen. They need one of the clubs to come in not too badly, which is what's going on, and the hearts to come in. And for him, all will work.
at this
As
point,
it did-
hearts 2-2 will mean that the clubs.
Right.
Okay. So now he has.
Well, yeah, he can. Well, I don't know if he can quite make the rest here. Actually, he
Not the
can
rest.
squeeze.
All but one. All but one. I didn't.
No, actually, he can make them all. He can make them all. He has to pitch a club, roughen the dummy, and run his hearts, and he was squeezed west in the black suit.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
Well, there were 15 boards. I rated me right on one of them. So I know I waited till board 14. No, but in any case, he may do it because what the hell? I mean, he's going to rough and play a trump, and this may work out where he makes an over trick.
Yeah, you're right.
And you never know when these over tricks will matter. Well, actually, you do know, but it's usually at the end of the match. Yeah. He will fall into it if he plays out his trump. This is, by the way, seriously, this is a good lesson to players out there. Whenever you have one loser left and you have no cost, just run all of your winners. You might as well. Sometimes good things happen, and on this hand, they will if Declare does it. If he's lazy and just cashes his black suit tricks, he won't have a squeeze. So assuming he does slowly squeeze Kevin, very slowly, maybe, he will gain an imp for having done the right thing in the bidding and the right thing in the play. And the defense went slightly awry. Brian didn't know his partner didn't have any other good hearts. So he made what was reasonable play. Well, he's already has the rest. He actually already has the rest. Kevin took the squeeze one trick early. And so let's see if there's anything interesting happening. I'll have a quick look at the other matches.
Okay.
Let's see if I can go there.
So I have it here. So we have
Yeah,
Goo is up by about 50.
right,
Rosenthal by about 100, over 100.
right. Fleischer, I see, is also
150.
similar. Levine is pulling away. So we have really two tight matches, or what we call fairly tight. Bramley Shireson and Juster Sims,
Right.
which is 21 at the moment. I don't know if they finished their segment or not. Okay, and so Max has made his over trick. And that leaves the score, let's see, 112 to 95, 17 imps with one to play. And in the other room, there was 3-0 just making 3. How did they just make 3, I wonder? Let's see. Well, the cards are not friendly. You have 5, 1. It's interesting.
I mean,
I wonder how they did just make 3.
I don't remember, but one easy way would be, well, no, that's not, no.
Well, if you get a hard lead and you play low, you have 10 tricks, right?
Right. Yeah, low seems.
I don't know. Who knows what happened? Maybe they went up the queen thinking they were being smart or something. I don't know. But so there's rates to be a couple of imps to the Bramley team, but still very likely under 20 going into tomorrow to the 60 boards. There are 60 boards tomorrow also.
Yeah.
I think I would lead a heart, yeah. And it will surprise me if Declare plays the queen, but I guess I've been surprised before. He did not. So he'll come to at least 10, and the question is, can he do something to maybe make 11?
Well, the answer is, could he do something? The answer is yes.
Yeah,
I mean, and now that
will he?
right,
Yeah, sure, he can end play south, right? Some way.
I mean, yeah, South can be end played to play a club.
And it's possible to do that because he'll have 9 tricks by then. If he runs a diamond and cash the queen of hearts, that's possible.
Yeah, because that
Also,
can obviously
yeah.
the contract.
Right. I presume South will, on the 5th diamond, pitch a club, I presume.
Yeah. Well, if he doesn't, then East West can just set up a spade trick.
Spade trick, right. So he rates to make 4 or 5 or something and pick up, maybe he'll make 5. I think he will. He plays the cards very well, Kevin Rosenberg. Well, having done that, maybe he'll just take the simple play of a club finesse. I don't know. It's possible.
I mean, he still could do the end play.
Right, but I'm saying maybe he'll just cross to his spade and take the club finesse, or he's hoping the hearts come in or something. He's already sort of,
Right.
if he cashes the queen of hearts, he's blown the end play.
Right.
He didn't guess the. Oh well, actually, ace king of spades and 10 of clubs around might gain him a trick
Yeah,
also.
he can duck the club. Yeah, he can still,
Yeah, that's right.
still a chance.
Yes. So he'll make 5 in the end.
Or you just play a club to the ace and then the 3rd spade.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, that's a good point. All these end plays looming. Who knew there were 47 end plays in one hand? Which will he choose?
Of course, it's actually at this point, it's guessing who has the king of clubs, really. When you get right down to it.
Sure, but playing the 10 of clubs around with South having shown what they have, or the 8 of clubs ducking. No, Debbie played the 9. So now he's got to go up and play the spade, like you said. But he has to guess who has the king of clubs. He's too smart. He's too smart. He did just what you said. No. Well, I guess that's probably a little bit of last boarditis. That's my guess. That's last boarditis.
Well, anyway,
Right.
I've enjoyed spending the evening with Michael. We have no idea
Same
who, if
here.
anyone's listened to us.
Well, whatever. We don't care if no one's listened to us. Well, that's their loss, and they'll have to catch us during the rest of the week. But I thank you very much, Greg. It was a
Thank
pleasure.
you. Okay. So I gotta
Okay. Take it easy.
good night. Yeah.
Bye all.